Yes, ma'am, you
Yes,
are
ma'am,
audible.
we can hear you.
Okay. Good afternoon. I am Soma Chaudhary. I am from FIO Bangalore. Today's interactive session has been organized to provide the exporters with premium logistics services through Aramex, who are a global brand in logistics services and transportation solutions. Also, with the recent demand in importing of COVID-related equipments or medicaments through courier, we thought this session will help our exporter members in the present scenario. FIO has also collaborated with Aramex, and under this MOU, FIO members will get a special discount for 30%. Information on cross-border selling, its potential, logistics challenge, new market opportunities in Middle East and Southeast Asian countries, etc., will be some of the discussion points during the session today. I will now request our regional head and Deputy Director General, Mr. Unni Krishnan, to give the welcome address, please. So over to you.
Thank you so much. I'm audible, right?
Yes, sir, you're audible. Yes.
Yeah. Very good afternoon to all of you, and welcome to this session on comprehensive logistic and transport solutions for MSME from Aramex, jointly organized by FIO and Aramex. At the outset, let me welcome Mr. Sanchit Khanna, who is in heading India e-commerce cell of Aramex International. In fact, Mr. Sanchit having a long experience in e-commerce services in more than 10 years experience, and he's an expert on the e-commerce and other international logistics solutions. So we will listen to him on various offerings from Aramex. As the COVID-19 pandemic affected all of us severely, and the chain reaction on our business and operations, safeguarding health, safety of the people, all become prime importance. Along with it, ensuring our facilities are in order to serve our customers has become a very big challenge. While all of us are working internally to respond to the crisis, we cannot compromise our service level despite various obstacles. As far as export is concerned, especially MSME exporters are concerned, 12 to 15% of their cost is related to logistic, and it is going on increasing. So hence there is a need to give more focus on the subject of logistic. Especially if you talk about MSME, they require a lot of support in this direction. To this objective, towards this objective, FIO joined hand with Aramex and signed MOU. As you are aware that Aramex is a multinational company providing logistic solutions, and what are the various facilities being offered to MSME is especially focusing of today's discussion. To this partnership, FIO expecting to support its member exporters to create their own opportunities, and it is a process of FIO to make continuous efforts to understand the need of exporters, especially MSMEs, and provide them the required supports and services. Assessing local logistical services extremely important to the development and growth of the MSME export, especially specifically to the MSME. Especially there are often they're facing a lot of challenges in assessing competitive financing, funding customized solutions, and funding them, finding those various solutions, and connecting with their local capacity and expertise related to logistic industries. All various challenges today MSME is facing, and so we thought there will be a welcome which can be filled in with this MOU, where we can have help them to have an efficient and accessible logistic support in order to help the members to be able to compete with the global world. We live in an era of technology transfers, and technology with the transformer and influence our daily life as well as our business. As a result of this technological innovations, the logistic and delivery of our last mile delivery and connectivity with the customers is much important. Hence, FIO feels that this tie-up with Aramex will have significant benefit to our members by having a transportation and logistic without investing it in heavily by MSME. With this brief introduction, I'll give back to Soma. I'm sure that today we'll have a wonderful discussion on this subject. Over to you, Soma.
Thank you very much, sir. Now I request Mr. Sanchit Khanna, who represents India E-Commerce Aramex International, the India Regional Office. He is joined today with Mr. Arjun, who is from their Aramex Customs Clearance team. I now request Mr. Sanchit Khanna to give the presentation and start the session. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you very much, Unni sir, for setting the context, and Soma ma'am for giving us opportunity to connect with FIO audience and appraise about the partnership and the offerings which we are offering to FIO members. It's always good to connect with FIO members, understanding the queries and understanding the questions which FIO members have. As Unni sir said, it's a long time for me connecting with the audience of FIO, and I hope with the current audience also, which I am connecting, maybe I have connected with you in past also, because my total experience has been to e-commerce and connected with FIO Bangalore and Pan India exporters at a larger level in last 10 years. So with this, I would like to start the presentation also. So as received in your the agenda of the call which you have received from Somaji, this session is basically for appraising that what is the collaboration looking like. We have partnered with FIO a couple of months back, and we partnered with a vision of providing a comprehensive and holistic logistic solution to all MSME and SME exporters, those who have a logistic requirement. So while logistic is something, it's a very good question to have and a good discussion to have. International logistic is something which is always you can say not a worry, but always a troublesome area for all the exporters. It contains multiple challenges, like you have custom clearance, you have freight charges and everything. Considering all these particular factors which are basically come forward in the daily life of exporters, we have designed something for FIO, which is now being can say available on FIO website also in terms of a banner. So this banner is a holistic solution which gives all the FIO exporters a single point platform to go book their shipments, and everything is online, including the payment, generating the pickup request and all. So how everything is looking forward. With this, I would like to share my screen and give you a brief introduction about Aramex, what we are doing. So it will give you an idea that what typically Aramex does and how we can help you. Somaji, can you confirm if you can see my screen, if my screen is visible?
Not yet, sir.
Okay, just a second.
Not yet.
Okay, can you see it now?
Not yet, sir. We can see, but it's okay, sir. We can see it.
Okay. So typically, before I start with the partnership things, that how we are looking forward, what are the benefits for FIO exporters, it's good to learn about Aramex through a small video. And I think that videos are the best way in which they explain that what a company does. So I will actually play this video. If any one of you feels that you are not able to hear up, maybe Somaji can confirm on the same. While I know that it would not be a problem, but let me just start this video.
Good things come with trade, and good trade comes with people who understand its true potential. At Aramex, we are committed to delivering goods and services with ease, on time, and with efficiency. Our agile asset-light business model, coupled with our customized and innovative solutions, empower us to facilitate global trade and fuel Aramex's expansion across Asia and Africa, serving businesses and consumers in a number of sectors, from oil and gas, banking, e-commerce, fashion, to healthcare and automotive industries. Our people, powered by our leading technology and empowering corporate culture, are the driving force behind our ability to deliver value in every package, to every doorstep, and with every business deal. Our customers remain at the core of everything we do. Helping them succeed defines us. At Aramex, we belong to the communities we serve. Our commitment to our stakeholders is reflected in everything we do, in the way we run our company, partner with suppliers, deliver for customers, collaborate with communities, and work hard to lighten our footprint on the environment. Our strategic alliances and partnerships enable us to deliver to every part of the world, maintaining high quality standards, powered, as always, by local expertise. We look to the future with optimism and confidence, and we continue to explore new ways for enabling people to exchange goods and services around the world.
So I hope you were able to go through the video. It explains actually typically that what Aramex does. So again, I am briefing it up that we are typically a global logistics solution provider, and we are operating on a cross-border platform only as of now. So we don't have any domestic operations. That means all cross-border shipment which you are doing, we can actually help you out. Typically, if you talk about age, we are approximately 40 years old organizations originated in Jordan, and now actually our footprints are everywhere on the globe. And you can see that we are a global organization present simultaneously in 73 countries and with 606 offices. Apart from all the express operations, we have a lot of enablement which we have done in terms of the warehousing and other facilities, which I will cover in my subsequent slides also. Typically, what Aramex gives, what provides Aramex as a edge, that what are the benefits for which the customers can use Aramex are basically defined in this particular slide. As you have seen in the video also, that we typically are customer focused structure, that the investment which we do on our customer service is pretty high as compared to any other field. Our sole aim is to actually provide every customer a experience which is actually pleasant in nature. Simultaneously, as I said, that we are present globally. So there are approx 70 countries where we are present. Aramex is directly present. And for all the countries other in the globe, we are actually connected with our strategic partners. So these strategic partners are basically local players with which Aramex has tied up to deliver and pick up your parcels. Typically, we are pretty inclined towards technology. All our services which we are providing are basically technology platform. Either it is APIs, either it is any solution. And that is what you can see on the FIO homepage also, the page which we have created for you. It's very simple in nature. It gives you an idea that how to book a shipment and how everything will go on. So typically, as I said, that we are approximately 40 years old organization, and we have a clear visibility. These are the three things on the basis of which we define our structure. So on the basis of visibility, everything, whatever you are looking forward is being available to you. It is either tracking, either any doubts. So we have 24/7 customer centers. We have service desks where you can connect it out and discuss whatever doubts you have. In that case, also now coming to a very important part, that what are the services which we are providing, which FIO exporters would be able to take it out, and what are the services which would be available to them. So first is about the International Express. So just to brief you up, International Express is something like, you can say the best solution which are being available with a low TAT option, where you can actually ship out your shipment door to door. That means the pickup would be happening from your door and it would be delivered to the buyers or the consignee door to door delivery. These typically parcels are actually very fast in nature. Typically, if you talk about, I will give you an idea also, that if you want to ship a parcel from here to Dubai, it will take approx 2 to 3 days to deliver that particular parcels. At the same time, if you talk about other countries like Saudi, it will take 4 to 5 days with a real-time tracking, and you can see that what all shipments have been shipped from your side. Apart from International Express, so let me put this also, that with our association with FIO, we are looking forward for a product which is basically express service, and this is one of the, you can say, best service which has been provided by Aramex, where all the trackabilities and everything is being available. So all the FIO members who are using the FIO platform for booking their shipment would be accessible to express options only. That is something which we are providing after considering the requirements of all the FIO exporters, what are their needs, what is their TAT, what time they want to deliver their shipment. So this is a direct delivery where no connections typically happen. So these are direct to direct delivery. That means if you want to ship to Dubai, the product would be directly put in flight and delivered to Dubai in that case. Apart from that, there are other services also which we are providing as of now. One of them is basically freight service. So typically, freight is something which is very, very, I guess, important for all the exporters of FIO, where they are looking forward for either air, sea, or land services. And just to appraise you all that we are actually providing all of these services. We typically are happy to entertain any queries or anything which is being applicable to the queries related to freight. We are happy to entertain that queries. Now coming to important part, now when we have covered about logistic, which actually contains air shipments, and you have freight shipments by sea or maybe by air also, there is another important requirement which is called as logistic. So logistic is something which is typically related to either warehouse management, either you are looking for any value added services. These all services are available. The customer can actually connect out to the respective people in Aramex, and typically we are happy to provide all the solutions on these particular services. So this logistic services actually has been expanded into multiple services. It is warehousing services also. If you are looking forward, say for example, someone of you is actually dealing into say garments, or you want to export garments and you have some special requirement that you are looking forward to get followed, we provide customized solution for the same also, and we are happy to help you in that case. Now, I actually have put out in my agenda of this program also that I would also be covering very, very interesting thoughts about two markets. One is basically Southeast Asia, and second is the Middle East market. So Middle East is always close to Aramex heart, because this is typically where we have been originated also, and we know the importance of these particular places. With this, I will actually just present one slide with you, and you will actually get an idea that typically why a FIO exporter or a MSME or a SME exporter should look at the markets of Middle East, which are basically GCC, typically Gulf Cooperation, for their particular movement. So if you can see my slide, this particular thing is cross-border e-commerce. So typically cross-border e-commerce is something which typically happens then when you buy a product from a website which is not available in your country. Let me give you an example. So for example, any one of you wants to buy anything from Amazon US, or maybe any other popular site which is not available in India. This is basically called as cross-border purchase, and this is called as cross-border e-commerce because the transactions are happening on an e-commerce front. So now I have actually put some very interesting highlight. As I said, I would be presenting one or two slides only about this Middle East e-commerce thing. So I hope that many of you have an interest in this market or maybe doing business in this market. But we need to understand one thing. One is a developing e-commerce, and second is a developed e-commerce. Developed e-commerce is something where all of us are basically working as of now. So these markets are basically US, UK, or maybe China or Australia. But when you talk about the developing economies where the e-commerce is typically, or maybe I would say the commerce is not actually being developed as of now, the number will actually speak it off. So now the first example is basically USA, where only 12% people are actually doing a cross-border purchase. So now understand, so any one of you actually, if he or she is actually selling on his website, or they are selling on any marketplaces like Amazon or eBay or any other marketplace, you can consider that only 20% purchasing is giving you results as of now, because only 12% e-commerce cross-border is present as of now. At the same time, if you want to incline yourself to the marketplaces of, let's say, Middle East or anywhere in Southeast Asia, so there are multiple marketplaces available. The cross-border e-commerce percentage number increases suddenly to 44%. That's a huge number to have. That That means typically if 100 transactions are happening on a day basis, approx 44% of that are basically cross-border purchases. And you can see that India percentage also in that case, that is about 18%. So these typically, and the same number actually speaks about Saudi also, where we have this particular thing has been reached to something around 44% as of now. So the only agenda for giving you a brief about this slide is basically to appraise you, because I have written also that I would be sharing a lot of insight also with you, that if any one of you want to explore into new territories, I guess these are the things which you should notice as of now. And similarly, if you think that if you see the Southeast Asia market part, that is Singapore, Malaysia, and Thailand, the number is typically 35, 40, and 30% as of now. With this, another insight which would also be a very interesting for you is basically related to the that how people are making payment in these particular countries. I have selected few slides, so I would be navigating through slides to give you a lot of insight so you can understand. So now this slide talks about the payment split. The payment split is that typically in Middle East and Southeast Asia, what are the payment preferences as of now? So if you see for UAE, 39% to 40% people are actually preferring card payment, and a huge 20% is basically spending on a cash payment also. So this cash payment is cash on delivery or card on delivery. And the same number for Saudi Arabia reaches to something around 34% as of now. That means approx 35% of the transactions are happening on cash on delivery only. So if any one of you wants to go into these particular market, the advice has been there that you should always be focused on particular deliveries, which are basically cash on delivery options. And happy to share that Aramex is basically providing all these particular options where you can actually opt now international cash on delivery also for entire Middle East and for entire Far East Asia. So, and also very proud to share that we are the only one who have been doing as of now in market for entire Middle East. So if you want to opt it for, we are happy to help. With this, I will actually skip to that. What is, as I said, that what is the agenda behind this collaboration when we collaborated with FIO? What is basically the agenda? So typically, as I said, that a lot of observations which we got that typically express solutions that I don't know. For example, I started my export business, but I don't know that which logistic provider to use, what are the services to use, what are the terms which would be provided and everything. Considering this mind, we have created this particular solution, which I will explain in next slides also. And the only agenda is basically to facilitate SME segment without any hassle. They don't have to go anywhere. They don't have to discuss on the prices. They can come online, click on the banner, and they can actually do everything in that case, right from creating the shipment, register a pickup, and making an online payment in that case. So with this, as Unmi sir and Soma ma'am also said, that we are providing a flat 30% discount on our normal routine online tariffs to all FIO members. And this is how typically it will look like in that case, that typically when you go on a Aramex banner on a FIO website, typically if you are not logged in as of now, when you click on that particular banner, it will always ask you in that case that you are a FIO member or not. And if you confirm as a FIO member, and when you log in into your login page of FIO, that is a membership area, you will again see a banner inside where you can click and get a special 30% discount. To be very clear, we are very clear that all the benefits which we are providing are basically for FIO members. So any person who is not being logged in, or maybe he is not logging into FIO, will not be able to get all these particular benefits as of now. As soon as 30% discount is applied on the routine tariffs, you can do an online shipment booking. Your airway will be generated and your pickup request will be generated online in that case. So this is how you on your mail ID, you will get the pickup details and the airway bill number via which you can track your parcel also. So how it is looking like, I just want to explain this also. So this is typically the Aramex banner, which has been floating on typically FIO website as of now, the red color banner. And typically when you click on these particular banner, the message which I actually said would be like this, that if you are a member, you need to log in into your FIO member login area. And after that, you will get a banner which is on right hand side to avail 30% discount. And as soon as typically you click on this particular banner, you are good to go to book your shipment. And as soon as you click on this particular thing, it will actually ask about the basic things, that what are the countries where you want to ship it out, what are the destination countries, what is the weight. On the basis of that, it will actually put you a charges that would be the charges of the product plus the GST that would be applicable on the same. Just you have to confirm and proceed. You need to fill all the basic details which are required for a shipment, which is basically related to GST time, either it is a LUT thing, and everything which is required for a exporter airway bill number. And this facility is available with the CSB 5 facility also and with the CSB 4 also. Now you go to payment page, you click on a payment thing, you click on the same, and your shipping booking has been done. You will get the details on your website, on your registered mail ID, which you will be actually sharing on this particular login page. So this is how the whole process works upon. I would not take much time. I would be more interested in answering any question if any one of you have. And with this, I will take a pause. It's complete 30 minutes, which I'm speaking as of now. So I guess we should devote some 15-20 minutes for the questions if anybody of you have. So I would be more than happy to answer. And typically with me on my on call joined is basically my colleague Arjun, who looks for the custom clearance and every facility in India. And I have my colleague Rajiv also has been joined on call, who looks for basically the freight movements and all. So Soma ma'am, this is all from my side. Sweet, simple. If anybody has any question, I'm more than happy to answer.
Okay, sir. We'll see the chat box.
Right.
Mostly it is.
I am just reading it out. Okay. So let me actually start with a I guess from the starting there are multiple messages which I am actually putting it out, and I will just answer one of each one of them so that we can actually do it all. Give me a second. I'm just reading out the messages. Okay. So typically first question is there is lot of
there is a raised hand. I will, sir, we can take a raised hand. Indumati madam. Madam, can you please unmute and ask your question?
Yeah, please.
Yeah, good evening, sir.
Right. Hello, ma'am. How are you?
Yeah, fine, sir. How about you, sir?
All good, ma'am. I hope everything is fine.
Yeah, thank you for the presentation. I have one question, sir. In case of sea shipment or air shipment, under DDP terms, how the duty part will be with Aramex, sir?
See, typically duties are always been applicable at particular destination. So so for example, if you are actually shipping out any particular shipment, you can say to say Dubai. I will take an example because that's a common for me. We would be appraising you about all the duties which are applicable there in that case. So if you're talking about sea freight, basically I have my colleague Rajiv on the call. And if you are asking about the freight movement, Rajiv, I have unmuted yourself.
Yes.
If you want to share anything.
See, madam, depending upon what is the duty amount, okay?
Yeah.
If particular item has, where investment is more, yes, we do ask, this is the duty amount. We inform you, this is because at the end of the day, the counterpart in the rest of the world has to, will take in advance in case of the duty amount. If it's a normal, for probably $100 or $200, yes, we'll pay and we'll bill back to you.
Bill that.
Yeah.
Okay.
If it's a very large amount, yes, we ask you to pay in advance so that we remit out to the overseas agent.
Okay, sir. For Aramex, we have to open an account with you, sir.
Yes, we have to, as Sanchit was clearly explaining, they have a freight unit and we have the express unit.
Okay.
Yes, we need to define, because in Aramex, the freight division is known as Global Transportation Services. Because of application of GST is different from each company to company.
Okay.
Yes, we need to have a separate account with respective countries.
Okay, sir. We are in Chennai. Is there any contact person here?
Yes, madam, you can send out a mail, Sanchit Khanna. We will, probably loop into the correct person. We have a sales guy in Chennai. We loop you there.
Yeah, sure.
So, ma'am, I guess, thanks for asking this. That's a very valid thing. So to ask, and very, very good question. Thanks for asking. So
Yes,
what I actually showed in my presentation also, that typically we are a total logistics solution. We provide express, freight, and every service as of now. With FIO, our partnership is basically all on express services as of now, because that is something where we have discounted the maximum discount to all the members in that case. But needless to say that if there is any requirement which is related to freight, either it is sea freight or maybe air freight, you just need to actually reach out to us, because typically the thing is that the freight charges are actually very variable. That is something which we cannot decide while we are discussing as of now. There are a lot of movement which happens in terms of pricing and all. So on the basis of on the query which we receive from FIO members, we decide the best price which we can offer and the best service which we can offer, and we can revert back to you.
yeah. Okay,
And on your query of being a local, we have presence in Chennai. We have a full team which has been working. So if there is anything, we can help you out.
yeah, sure, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Indamati ma'am. Other participants, if you have any of your questions, please raise your hand. We will unmute you and you can ask your questions. Sanchit sir, there are questions which are coming on the chat box. If
Yeah,
you
ma'am,
also-
great if you can just read it out, because
I will read it out.
just
I'll read it out. How does Aramex decide that which shipment will be handled on cargo mode or courier mode when it comes to air freight? Mr. Bishnu.
So again, I would actually, if it is basically related to, I guess, freight, I would say Rajiv to answer that, because he is expert on that particular case. So Rajiv, again, over to you. I'm unmuting yourself if you can answer on basic the duties, how it is being calculated on a
So
freight.
how do we, for any export shipment, depending upon the valuation, okay? If it's going to be sample, you can create as express mode. Both for a smaller weight slab, yes, you can send it through both express and the freight mode. Generally, the typically up to 45, 50 kilo, the express mode, the door-to-door service would be a beneficial. In that terminology, express would be better. The more the weight, the freight, air freight would be better for you. You will have a lot of savings there.
I think Mr. Bishnu, your questions have been
Yeah.
answered.
Thanks, Rajiv. I guess, yeah.
Next question, can you give brief details of the warehousing and fulfillment service for Middle East?
Right. So we have, thanks for asking this question. We have full-fledged warehousing solution that is being available in Middle East. So any of exporter who, or maybe e-commerce or a offline exporter, if they want to actually go for a Middle East warehousing, they can connect to us. And along with warehousing, we provide every solution in terms of logistics that includes labeling, hangering, pallet spacing, whatever is being required in terms of warehousing or logistics. We provide it on the basis of the products which you want to store with us, and maybe the SKU which you want to actually store with us. So you can actually mail us the requirement that what you are looking forward. We will share the complete proposal with you depending on the products which you are looking forward to store.
All right, sir. Next question, multi-time complaint by buyer, local charges extra overcharge when delivery to customer doorstep. Mr. Anil Tiwari.
See, every every country has a different charges. So for example, I will give you an idea. So every country has a de minimis value, which is basically the low value or high value limit, which you call it out, where up to a specific value, if you actually sold any item, there would be no duties applicable. The VAT would be applicable. This is about a Middle East example. Take it as a reference only. It happens in every country. The de minimis value in every country is being differing. So for example, in Dubai, in UAE, it is 1000 AED. In Saudi, it is 1000 SAR. In USA, it is 850 US dollars. So that means if you are shipping a product which is beyond this particular value, or maybe lower than this particular value, there would be no duties involved in that. Now, coming to a very important point, which would be beneficial for all. There are two modes of shipment in which you actually send out your shipment from India. One is called as DDP mode, that is called as delivery duty paid, and the second is called as DDU mode. DDP is basically that whatever duties would be actually applicable would be billed back here to seller in India. So for example, Sanchit is shipping any item on a DDP term. Then its buyer in Dubai or maybe anywhere in the world who is a consignee he will receive or she will receive the parcel, they don't have to actually pay any duties, and whatever duties would be applicable would be billed back to me here in India, which I can actually pay to my logistic provider. This is called as delivery duty paid or DDP. Second is called as delivery duty unpaid, where the terms are that if any duty, if applicable on a buyer country or a destination country, would be applicable and payable by buyers only. So on your question, if you are sending any shipment, which is basically e-commerce in nature, you should always put the conditions as a DDP mode. Anytime if you are not highlighting or addressing that shipment as a DDP, your buyer would be always asked for duty in that case. So it's always good that when with any logistic provider, wherever you are working, you should always define the terms as a DDP. So all e-commerce shipments which are basically going out of India are on DDP mode only, because typically in e-commerce, if I talk about the buyer is not very happy to provide or pay the duty in that case. So I hope that answers in that. So this is basically the terms which you decide. If it is DDP, the buyer don't need to pay anything.
All right, sir. Thank you. Next question is sea shipment. Are you handling container shipment?
Again, I would say Rajiv to answer, because all basically related to freight, I guess, is the best thing to answer. So Rajiv, something about
yes, we do handle in sea mode less than container load, full container load, flat truck equipment, break bulk cargo for both inbound and outbound. Yes, we do have wide network and we are able to provide a service, and we are giving the services for most of the customers in India as well.
All right, thank you,
We
sir.
do have contact with the shipping lines.
Okay, thank you, sir. Next question by Mr. Nishan. Do you also provide CHA consultation prior to export? If yes, how?
And he would answer on the same. So Arjun, over to you on the CHA consultation. Hi, Arjun.
In Express, we do clearance ourselves, so we are not dependent on CHA. We have a courier clearance license, and we are very capable of doing clearance ourselves.
Okay. Okay, thank you, sir. Next question by Mr. Ravi Agarwal. Do we need to create a shipping account with Aramex or just log in through FIO and book?
Yeah, so there is no need to create a separate account if you are not looking forward. So typically, if you just want, say, let me give you an example. So for example, if you just have 2 or 3 shipments in a week or maybe in a month, and you don't want to create a full-fledged account with Aramex, you can just go to FIO portal whenever you want, create login into your FIO account and book the parcel. There is no separate login or registration required.
Thank you, sir. Ms. Poonam Agarwal has asked a question, sir. Do you carry semi-liquid samples of fruit purees? Is this service exclusive for e-commerce? We require to send free samples.
I guess again to Arjun for answering the product related compliances, because
we can carry that provided that you provide us non-DG declaration. We can carry that.
All right. Thank you, sir. Next question by Mr. Dharmendra Singh. What can be the minimum size of shipments? I mean in weight or volume.
So we have, I
will answer that. So if you are again, then it depends which mode you are selecting. So if you are using express mode, ideally the per package weight is around 35 kg. And if it is a heavy shipment than that, then it is better that you use freight mode.
All right. Are you doing packaging also, or we have to pack and keep? Mr. Kumar's question.
So typically, we provide flyers for shipping out the parcels. We don't have any, you can say, coagulated packing boxes, but we provide flyers for the smaller shipments. So that flyers are available as a packaging material from our side.
All right. So somebody's asking till what time 30% is implemented. I suppose they're asking the discount.
So I will answer that. So typically we have a mode that, and you can actually analyze the same also, that on the FIO homepage, when you go without a login, that means you directly try to book a shipment. The prices for the same 1 kg or a half kg shipment will be different. And when you go via a FIO login, typically it would give you a discounted price. So that is how we have decided.
Okay. Next question from Mr. Atul. Do you also provide freight containers for USA and Europe?
I guess again to Rajiv for answering the freight query. Hi, Rajiv.
Yes, we do provide services. Please send out any inquiry. We are happy to serve you.
Thank you, Mr. Rajiv. So, Madam Sushmita is asking, can we get a rate chart? Is there a rate chart?
Yeah, we can share. I have my mail ID given. You can actually put out the requirement and we can share the rates out.
That is for express. For freight, there is no published rate chart.
Right.
Depending upon the case-to-case basis, it varies.
Okay. There's one Mr. Khan who's asking, how can we calculate pricing, for example, Saudi and UAE?
So typically, I guess, sir, that has been decided on the basis of rate card, which we provide to you. So, and if you want to go via a FIO page and you want to book a shipment, when you put your weight and everything in that case, before booking a shipment, it will give you the pricing and every details that what is the total charges for this particular shipment. So you can decide that you want to go ahead with this or not.
All right, sir. There's a question, is payment against BL accepted?
I'm not very sure on this particular question, Arjun and Rajiv. If you are clear, you can actually answer this.
BL is for freight. I think Rajiv, you should answer this.
Or maybe we'll ask Gayatri Madam to speak her question so that we can understand better. So one more question: do you also help in documentation?
What type of documentation? If you can brief, I guess you can answer that particular question because we can. But
Mr. Nishant, we'll request you to kindly raise your hand. We will take a question from you. Okay. There are some more questions. So we will just take the raise of hands and then we'll come back to the chats again. Mr. Val from Valstand, sir, can we please ask you to unmute and ask your question?
Yeah, good evening, Ms. Danish Amin. How are you?
Good, sir. Good. Please ask your question.
My question is to Ms. Sanchit Khanna. Since you said you have a large presence in the Middle East, I would like to know, do you do door-to-door shipment of Val Cargo imports? Because I require this regularly, and currently there is some issue as they do it only till the port. So I wanted door-to-door Val Cargo. And we have 2 to 3 shipments every month.
So typically, if it is, yes.
Yeah. So, sir, by Val Cargo, what do you mean? What is the commodity?
It's gold.
So then that will come in freight. Rajiv, can you please step in?
No, we are not handling the precious metal and high value cargo like that. We are not handling the services.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, sir. Mr. Vimal Savan Shukla, sir, please unmute yourself and ask your question. Mr. Vimal.
Yeah, this is Vimal here.
Yes.
Just I want to ask, regarding the sea freight. So is it, are they competitive? It is their regular business, or it is just like a part-time business?
No, sir. We are
are they in the full-fledged in the cargo business?
Yes, we do. We have a full-fledged business and we have full-fledged team in India. More than 100 people are in the freight division. You can reach out for any, because there are many customers who are, working with us.
So can I get the contact detail after, because we need a lot of services in that area. So can I got the contact number?
Sure, sir. I will actually share the same with you. And as Rajiv also said, freight is a crucial division for us. We are working full-fledged in this particular department. So the whole Aramex is divided into 2-3 network. One is express movement. The second one is freight movement. So I guess that is something which we can take care very efficiently, and we are already doing it for a lot of exporters.
So to give the brief for you, the year on year, we are going at 15-20%, and we are over 100 crore company in the freight division alone. Okay.
Yeah, that's great.
And we do work with large public sector units like Bharat Electronics Limited across India, ITI, NALCO, Myntra, Jabang, these are few customers to name with for a freight division. And we do handle their land freight movement, sea freight, air freight, every moment what we have.
Okay.
The rate is, see, I'll not say whether I'm a cheaper or I'm a high, premium price. It depends upon the inquiry, what is the commodity and where is the destination origin. I'll be able to give you the competitive price.
No, sir.
Somebody would be better than us. Yes, I need to admit it. There are many cases, yes, we are better than someone else.
Yeah, pricing comes later. First about the services.
Yes, we do have. Probably I can share my testimonials. You can reach out to my customers. You can ask their opinion. What type of services we are doing, how long we are associated with them.
Yeah,
that
thanks.
will give a fair idea for you.
Thanks, sir. I guess it can be managed. I guess that can efficiently manage. So let me just connect with you for your queries after this particular session, and I will connect you with Rajiv directly, so you can discuss all the details in that.
Okay. Okay. Fine. Great. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Mr. Jagdish Parekh, you may please unmute yourself and ask your question. Mr. Jagdish?
Hello, I am audible?
Yes, sir, I can hear you.
Okay,
Yes,
thank
sir.
you very much to FIO and RMX Courier. My question is that whether they take the documents only to Iran and Iraq, plus whether they can also accept the samples for the trial basis for shipment to Iran and Iraq. My question is over. Hello, question is over.
Meenu ma'am, yeah, Meenu ma'am, can you just repeat the question? I was not able to hear it properly in that case.
My question is whether they accept the documents only to send to Iran and Iraq, and also some samples for approval shipped to Iran and Iraq. Are you accepting now?
So Sanchit, see, Iran and Iraq, I think it's an embargo country. We might need to put this query to legal compliance team.
What are the legal compliances? We can do it.
So Iran and Iraq is currently in an embargo list. So I will put this query to our compliance team, internal compliance team, and we'll get back to you.
Will you send a reply to Miss? Hello?
Yes, sir, they will get back to you. Mr. Jagdish, I am making a note of your name.
Please, Bimal Pharma Private Limited, Jagdish Parekh.
Yes, sir, Jagdish Parekh ji.
I will be highly obliged because we have regular documents to Iran and Iraq.
Sure, sir. Sure, sir. We will connect with you. Sorry, I was.
We'll come back to you, sir.
Very good. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Next, Mr. Rabi Shankar Shabat. Sir, please unmute yourself and ask your question. Sir, your voice is echoing. So I request you to kindly type your question and I shall read it out for you. Mr. Atul Junjunwala, sir, please unmute yourself and ask your question.
Yeah, good evening. As Mr. Rajiv mentioned that, you all are doing freight handling as well. So we are doing regular shipments to, Europe, USA, Middle East, everywhere. And I believe, you all are already aware of the current situation where, I think shipping in container availability is an issue. So is that the case with y'all as well? Or, you can provide any assistance in that case? And we are from Calcutta. So can you give us enough shipments possibility from Calcutta port?
Okay, Rajiv, you want to take this, that we are operating from Calcutta Post? Hello, Rajiv.
Mr. Rajiv, please unmute yourself.
Rajiv, can you hear me?
Yes, we have a team in Calcutta. Yes, whatever you said, container shortage. Yes, it is across the globe. We also face a problem. Yes, we do have a good relationship with the shipping line and the NVOCC also. Share us the inquiry. We will be able to provide you the container as well.
So do I send it on this, the email address which was shared, at Sanchit@RMX, or do you have a separate email where I can send you?
You can share with Sanjit. He will share, he'll cascade to us. We'll attend it immediately, sir.
Okay, fine.
Yes, sir, I can take care. You can actually drop the query and maybe with a TAT of 12 to 16 hours, we can revert back.
Because we do have, I'm based in Bangalore. I have my colleagues based in Calcutta and Delhi and West also. We'll route it to the right person so that they'll able to coordinate with you.
Fine, fine. And Mr. Sanchit, where I was seeing in your presentation, the booking done through FIO's website. So like you also entertain only Document Express, bookings as well, right?
Sir, on this FIO thing, we are actually putting documents as well as non-documents. So when you actually go to the banner, click on the main booking page, it will give you an option that you want to book a document or a non-document. Prices for both the services are different in that case.
Fine, fine. Okay. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. Mr. Bishnu, please unmute yourself. You may ask your question.
Yes. Hi. So I have a question here. Sometimes when the goods are coming on the express mode, and even though the invoice value, for example, is 1,000 euro, and the actual freight amount is only 3,000 rupees, but I notice quite some time that the courier people are not looking at what freight amount to add for the duty calculation, and they get into 20% on the invoice value, and whereby it becomes like an additional liability because of the mistake of the courier. So this is one point I have. And the second point which I have is many a times even the shipment value is mentioned as say 100 euro because it is the goods for sample, something like that, and courier has cleared the goods with a wrong chapter of the duty, or the custom officer has reassessed the value and courier doesn't ask the consignee that customs officer is reassessing the value, we could have produced the documents and things like that. So all this becomes like an additional add-on cost because of the mistake of the courier. So do you have anything to say in this regard, how Aramex will handle that?
Yeah, I will answer that. Sir, regarding your first question about taking 20% freight or actual freight. So we have a policy like if the shipment value is below $200, we take 20% freight because the duty difference will not be much and it will not have an additional, much a difference on duty. But if it is above $200, we will contact you and we will ask for the actual freight, and then we will proceed for filing. Regarding your second question, in case if the custom increase the value and there is a duty difference coming up, we will take your approval before paying the duty to the customs. So it's not that we take decision on our own. We will definitely go back to customer to take their approval that this is this revised value which custom is suggesting. So if you are okay or not.
Okay. But sometimes one more thing here, in this process, sometimes there could be a delay, and as you know that there is a 5,000 rupees per day charges introduced by the customs in last 2-3 years. So that becomes like another heavy penalty. So
sir, yeah, that penalty part is in freight. There is no such penalty part in express shipments right now.
Okay, all right.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Bishnu sir. Next, may I call upon Mr. Ashwani Sethi, please? Sir, please unmute yourself.
Yeah, I've done it. Can you hear me now?
Yes, yes, please speak.
Thank you very much. My question to you is, Sanchit, that what happens if there is a shipment, for example, of export of robot, I'm saying solar cleaning robot to USA, and there is a remote control with slight battery in that. Do you accept such shipment also under DGR, sir, or not? And also the second question is that supposedly if the CHA is trying to bring in through FIO more exporters or importers to facilitate shipments to you. So in that event,
will you be accepting, or will you be giving that 30% discount or not to the third party via FIO member?
Okay. So Arjun, you want to answer on the first part, which sir has asked basically?
Sir, battery, it depends on which location you want to export, because for some sectors there is a passenger aircraft which are operating, and then those passenger aircraft battery shipment might not be allowed, and on some sectors there is a pure cargo flights. So if you can if you can give us the list of your destinations, then we can work out on this.
Okay. And
And
what
regarding,
about the,
yeah,
please
yeah.
go ahead.
And regarding your second question, what I understand is that you want to bring the goods through Aramex, but you want to use your CHA for clearance, right?
No. I'm putting it different ways. FIO member can be a CHA, can be FIO member also. So
Yeah.
if CHA brings a party to you, an outside party to you, would that CHA would be getting 30% discount to increase your work volume in a way, we become your salesman. So 30% discount would be given to CHA or not, like us or not?
Sir, typically as of now, this facility we are providing as per discussion with late Mr. Som and Mr. Ajay also. We have been discussing that all the FIO members who have been active on the website, those who have their registration certificate, RCMC number from FIO, this particular thing has been designed for them as of now. We especially on the instructions, and you can say of FIO, we have not even provided this particular facility to even people who are clicking on the banner. That means if you are not login or FIO, we cannot provide you that 30% discount. So there is some exclusivity which is being given to FIO exporters and members as of now. But surely in maybe in future we can decide something, maybe when we are actually proceeding and when we are actually a little bit old on the system, we can definitely look on your suggestions and we can work on this.
Yeah, it is food for thought. Thank you very much.
All right. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Mr. Ravi Shankar, please unmute yourself and ask your question, sir.
Yes, madam. Sorry, I missed one chance actually. I was just out. Sir, my question is that right now we are doing containerized shipment from Vizag, Kochi Port, Tuticorin Port, and Mundra Port. In Vizag, in Kochi, Tuticorin, and Mundra Port, we don't face any difficulty regarding the availability of continuity or the vessel calling at the port. The problem we are facing there at Vizag Port. So we want to increase the quantity of export from Vizag Port. And one port, Gopalpur Port in Odisha, is nearby to our production unit. So can you do any service to us to do containerized shipment from Gopalpur Port in the feeder vessel, so that it will bring it to some other port in South India or West India, from where we can increase our export capacity?
Hello.
Yes,
yeah,
sir.
Sir, we do have the operations in Visakhapatnam through the outsourcing. Yes, we are able to provide that one. Regarding Odisha Gopalpur, I'm not aware. That's my honest answer. I'll be able to connect you with my either Kolkata office or Andhra Pradesh office, so they'll be able to help you out and give the best solution to you.
So how can I get connected with them? Can I get?
I will send out a mail to me. I will cascade to them, and you can share your number as well. Immediately, I will ask them to contact you. Will that be fine?
Okay.
I've just put my mail ID also, that any one of you have any queries, whether it's been related to the query related to freight, express, presentation, you want anything, just drop me a mail, a short mail, and I will revert you back with connecting with the right person in that case.
So I can also send the mail to Mr. Sanchit Khanna in this mail ID that is given.
Sir, this is my mail ID, and you can directly send to me. I can work on the same.
Yes.
And if you have some, yeah.
Sanchit sir, do you have this feeder vessel facility?
Sir, typically, all questions related to freight need to be answered by Rajiv, because he is expert.
Any feeder vessel, sir. We work with feeder vessel.
Yes, that means you have to arrange the feeder vessel which can give service to us, and it will bring to some
Yes,
other
sir.
port.
For some couple of customers, we did provided the coastal service. We have done that.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay,
So I'll
Mr.
be, yes.
Yeah. Tell me, sir. Okay.
Yes,
Next,
ma'am, you can continue.
yeah, Mr. Rama Jayam. Sir, please ask your question. Mr. Rama Jayam. Okay, we'll come back to him. Mr. Bishnu, you have one more question.
So I have a unique situation which I face quite often. For example, as you know that every freight forwarder offer a special rate for a particular shipment which is beyond certain kg. So I will give you a very specific example. For example, I had a shipment which was 71 kilos. So the another courier service I'm talking about, but I'm sure that the same situation can happen with you. So their normal rate was like something like 1,20,000 for a 71 kg shipment. And finally, when my supplier handed over the shipment, it turned out to be 69 kg. So the special rate which was negotiated for a 71 kg shipment, that was like 30,000 rupees. And as per normal rate, it came to 1,30,000. And when the shipment was handed over 69 kg, they just applied the standard rate, and there was a bit of unpleasant argument with the courier service because instead of 71, it is 69, which is hardly in terms of percentage anything. And I did not expected it to be go 4 times higher. So, and moreover, they did not talk to us that your shipment is going to be 71 to 69. So in my opinion, whenever the shipments are close to each other, you should charge the pro rata rates. So what is the opinion from Aramex if such situation happens? How Aramex is going to handle it?
So, sir, all these particular cases, whatever you have mentioned, I guess these are pretty common that this happens with a lot of customer, and I have heard for the same. So, sir, I would only say that as I presented also that we are pretty customer centric in all our operations. All our customers typically have been allotted with a specific account manager. And if there is any query situation which arises, either it is a weight query or maybe it is a duty query, we always take your opinion. We need to understand that, sir, this is a situation. We want to do this. What is your thought? You want to go ahead or not? And then you say, no, this is my point. I don't want to go into that. Then we never follow that particular practice. So you can actually trust us on the same that typically we doesn't do anything which our customer doesn't want in that case. We don't take even a single decision. Whether it is a complex, if the shipment is moving very, you can say clearly, there is no problem, we will not actually bother you up. But if we are stuck that there is a duty situation or there is any weight situation that I actually manage, there are a lot of concern which come. Then we always say to customer, we go on a call and say, sir, this is a situation, this is what you have treated, this is what we have got. So let me give you an example. So weight differences, like typically our weight scanners are pretty automated, and we actually are pretty proud to say that whatever operations we are doing, we are pretty clear in terms of all the weight things and all. Still, if there is any query, we will send out the picture to you, sir. Yeah, this is the weight which we have captured as of you. You can see it's an automated weight. Still, if you have any query, we provide you 48 hours to 72 hours for respond back. And if you say that I am agreeing, then we proceed. Otherwise, we don't proceed in that case. So don't worry about these particular things. We are pretty you can say spectacle about all these particular concern that there would be nothing like this should happen so that the customer may be affected. So I guess when you try the services, you will feel the same. We are pretty assured on our services.
Okay, thank you, Sanchit.
No problem.
Mr. Vishnu. Mrs. Sounder, please unmute yourself. We will ask your question.
Good evening, Sanchit. Just I want to know, whether you are dealing with perishables like flowers and fruits and vegetables, particularly to Europe, Canada, and US.
Okay, so perishables, Arjun, over to you. Can we put out perishables? Is there any special documentation required for the same?
Perishables, we are not handling in express. I'm not sure about freight. Rajiv can answer if they're handling in freight perishables.
So, sir, I guess to your question, express, it is not allowed. We're still checking whether if Rajiv can answer that in the freight movement, if we can take it off. So, Rajiv.
Mr. Rajiv, please unmute yourself.
No problem. I will respond to Mr. Raju query. In that case, I'm just written this down, and
Yes.
I will confirm from Rajiv and confirm on the same in that case.
Okay, so Mr. Sounder. Thank you. Mr. Ullash. Sir, please unmute yourself, ask a question.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Hello.
Yes.
I have three questions from Sanchit ji. First is, sir, you shared some data on a particular slide. You shared some data about the payment methods which the people there in different various countries are using, be it online payment, card, and cash on delivery. So, sir, do you have any data on what the return percentage is? How many COD deliveries are declined by the customer?
Sir, to be very frank, Ulasji, I don't have any ready data in hand as of now, but I should accept, and there is no doubt in accepting this, that on a COD thing, the returns percentage increases. So normally, if you are shipping your items on an e-commerce front, if the percentage of return is something around, let's take a tentative number of 5%, because this is not a domestic thing, this is an international, so the number of returns are pretty less. That is what I have seen as of now. In domestic, the number of returns are pretty higher. International, it is always lower. So if it is 5% in a routine,
Domestic, we are experiencing around 25% return percentage.
I know, sir. Yeah. I guess that's the average number which every customer have. But if you talk about international operations, I guess it varies to something around 5 to 6% depending on the product category. But yes, on a cash on delivery terms, it is expected that this number may raise to maybe something around 10% also, and maybe 12% also. But with the COD term, with this, I guess that's a portfolio approach which you need to do, Ullashi. I guess you need to understand that your return percentage increased by 10%. For example, I'm giving a tentative number, but the number of new buyers which you have got has increased by 20%. Then you actually do a portfolio that the number of new buyers that they have come, 20 new buyers, with every one buyer has a cart value of $100. Let's take a tentative example. Let's say normal mathematics. With every 20 new buyers with a $100 value cart, I am expecting approx $2,000 as a additional business which has been coming to me. With this, my return percentage increased from 5 to 10%. That is something around, I increased by something around 10-15%. Then what is the overall portfolio which is coming to me? In returns, we need to understand that all the Aramex is pretty clear that in terms of any returns product, we provide you all the facility. So let me give you an example, that typically now, if you are, that's a new custom update, maybe Arjun can give a detail on the same, that on a return product which you have done internationally, and if you have shipped that particular product via CSB 5, not CSB 4, that is Courier Shipping Bill 5, and your product generally contains a unique SKU code, by mean that if it is a garment, it should contain, like, for example, XYZ1. If it is a auto part component, it should have a MPN number, anything which actually defines the product. And if this SKU code has been defined in the invoice which you actually used while you were exporting the product, if the same invoice, if the import invoice, when the product is coming back via return, it contains the same invoice number, and if it is traveled on a CSB 5, you can actually get the product back in India without any custom duties also. So that has also been a recent update.
So how viable is that, sir? I mean, because sometimes it is better to destroy the product there than incurring, if you take into account the two-way shipping.
So Ullaji, there are, this is first part. This is basically for customers who typically have options, jahan pe, they think that I need my product back in India because it's a very high cost item. This is situation number one. Situation number two, the product value is not so high. Then we have a return solution that you can do a local disposition also in Middle East only. How the local disposition work, that for example, you are dealing into say ladies kurti or any garment, or maybe in that case, where you think that you don't want to incur the return charges of that particular product, then we have a disposition setup which we have done in entire Middle East, that instead of product coming back to you in India, it can be disposed of in a local market. And how disposition works, let us understand. So disposition is how something like what OLX does in India. So we have a disposition partner in Middle East who will take your product. He will take a commercial contract with you. So commercial contract will something like this. If the product is sold out, I will take 60% of the sold value, the disposition partner, and 40% would be given to Ullasji. This is basically for the product where you think that the ticket value is not so high. You are happy to have a break even of your particular product, and you are happy if it is disposed of in a local market. This is a second option which you can decide. This is basically for low ticket value products. And the third option is that if you want a local warehousing being done in entire Middle East, Southeast Asia, and you say that my product should be, instead of coming back to me, instead of disposing of, it should be going back to a local warehouse. And when my next purchase or maybe the next sale would be made, from that warehouse only, it can be shipped to my prospective buyers. So, sir, we have a aura of services. I guess my presentation doesn't, like, I was not able to put everything in that case, but case to case, if you have any doubts, I'm more than happy to answer. So return solution, we are pretty okay. If you think I don't want to take product back in India, use the option number 2 or 3. If you don't want to dispose of, use option number 3. So depending on your price of the product, that the category which you are dealing, whatever you want, you can do, Ullasji.
Answers, can FIO or Aramex, they can point out to, I mean, how do we get the insight of what products are in demand in these countries? Like you presented a very, I mean, beautiful data, and it was very, I mean, inspiring for new exporters like me. So how, can you connect us, or do you have any data with you, like which products are in demand in the retail e-commerce market in these particular countries, which you mentioned in your slide?
It was into my same slides only. Unfortunately, I skipped it up. So I'll send you the presentation on Ullasji. Just drop me a mail on my mail ID and I will send you the presentation, complete presentation. You can go through the same, and that contains this information.
Sure, sure. One last question, sir. The discount that you're offering, is it for a limited time? And second, the discount which is there, I mean, on the shipping aggregators like Kogoport and ShipRocket, ShipLite, वगैरह, are we getting a lesser rate than it, or this is the minimum price that Aramex has partnered with any organization in India, within India?
Sir, typically there are two things which we need to do. There is one is called as bulk rating, or you can say bulk rate. So for example, if any partners like XYZ or comes out and they say that, say my load is say 1,000 parcels for a month or for a week, then there is a special pricing which is being done, and typically that is being done. This particular product which we have developed on FIO website, Ullasji, is basically, as I said, is basically for exporters who typically are not shipping very frequently. Maybe they have 4 to 5 parcels in a month, but they are facing a lot of concern when they go out in market. They don't know how to ship, which logistic provider to use. So for that instant booking, we have actually made out this option. Anytime, if you feel that your requirements are not being able to fulfill from this particular thing, you can anytime connect with me and say, boss, I want to create a separate account, and maybe I want something related to freight. Then I can actually do it for you. So this is a ready product which is available. So for example, you want to ship a product immediately. You don't have a time to create an account, or maybe in that case, you don't want to even create an account to put into your documents and all. Then you go on the website, book your shipment. Next day your pickup is done. Third day your product is delivered and you are sorted. So this is the main agenda about this particular thing. But as I said, anytime if you think that your requirements are actually above and beyond this particular thing, anytime you are feel free to connect with me and I will help you out.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much.
No problem.
Mr. Ullash, thank you. Mr. Arun K. Sir, please unmute yourself and we'll take your question.
Good evening.
Good evening, sir.
Sir, do you have any restrictions on the list of bookings? Let's say, for example, some kind of agro products or some spices, something like that. Do you have any restrictions on that?
I guess you are asking about the prohibited product list, sir. So typically the prohibited items are basically, so what we are doing typically, the portal which we have created for FIO, as of now, it doesn't contain this information of the prohibited product, but we are actually planning in next 5-10 days, we will upload a acceptable and non-acceptable item list also on the same portal, so that when you log in, you have a ready reckoner with you and you can see that what you can ship and what you cannot ship. And if you want any specific information related to product, sir, ki this can be shipped or not, I guess I am just a call away or maybe just a mail away. I typically respond in 30 to 35 minutes. You can drop me a mail and say that I can connect with Arjun and we can confirm it can be shipped or not. Because typically this particular item list of prohibited, allowed, not allowed is made on the basis of HSN code. And there are multiple, and you can say thousands of HSN code which are being in custom portal, which states about prohibited products. So we cannot share the complete list, but on the basis of the product which you share with us, we can revert you back in maximum 1 hour time and confirm.
Okay. In case if the product list is allowable from India and at the destination country, if they are not allowing it, how do we handle it?
We have that list also. So typically, Arjun, I guess we have a controlled prohibited list which says about the destination country also. Do we have this ready reckoner available with us, which says about that what are the products controlled, prohibited, and not allowed at destination countries like Dubai and Saudi?
Yeah, it's available. It's available in directory, Sanchit.
Okay, sir. So Arjun, I will actually share that details with you. Just drop me a mail that what you are looking forward, and I will share the details.
And in case if it has been prohibited at the destination place, how it has been handled? Like, will it be returned back to us, or I don't know whether this question has been answered in any of the previous queries.
We will ask you in that case. We mail you that this particular. So, for example, most of the compliances in this regard are basically related to the product specific queries. So I'm talking about Middle East mainly as of now, where I handle the most of the queries where a lot of product registration has been required. So for example, you shipped a X item and X item says that you cannot ship, you cannot have this item allowed in Dubai until and unless you have a product registration. In that case, either you arrange for a product registration from your side, otherwise we provide that solution also, that we have a importer on record available with us and they can help you out with charges, that this is the charges, and you can actually do the product registration or whatever compliance are required through them also. So that is available.
Okay. As far as Middle East is concerned, you are availing such services. Do you have the similar kind of services in US too?
Right, sir. We have these services available for these countries also, like US also. So these details are available, and I will try to share the maximum information with you what I can share. So,
okay.
And in case if you think that if there is anything else required, just let me know.
Okay. Could you please share your contact number? I could see that mail ID has been shared already.
Yes, sir. I will just type in. I will just type in the type box, chat box.
Okay, that would be great, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Arun. Mr. Rajat, please unmute yourself. We'll take your question.
Yeah. Good evening.
Hi, sir.
Yeah. Do you offer DDU shipments also on sea freights?
So for sea freight, I need to connect with Rajiv. I guess he is on mute as of now. Maybe his connection has some problem, but I will surely writing your question and will confirm you on the same.
Okay. And about the discount, is it only on air shipments or sea shipments?
Rajat, we do provide DDU service for sea freight as well.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. And what about the discount? Is it on air shipments only, or it's also on?
It's only on express shipments, sir.
Only
it's
on
only on.
Okay. And what kind of proof are we provided for the weight calculated at your end?
So we have automated weight sensors, sir. We have automated sensors where we actually calculate the weight. And in case if you think that there is some discrepancy, we can share the pictures and the proofs with you in that.
If I require the details every time, so
yes, we have an option. So we can do a system integration with you that with every parcel of you at every end of the day, we can send you an Excel file which will contain that there was a weight discrepancy or not. So it is basically a collaboration integration thing which we have done with multiple sellers who want their weight Excel every day, that is there was any discrepancy or not. So it's an automated system trigger that the end of the day you will receive an Excel and you will see that there's any discrepancy.
Okay, but I'll be provided the measurements even if there is no discrepancy, I guess.
Yeah. So if there is no discrepancy, the Excel file would be blank. If there is a discrepancy, it will contain in Excel in that case.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, Mr. Rajat, I think your question is answered. Mr. Ravi Shankar, sir, you have a question?
Yes, thank you, Dhanisha ma'am.
Yes,
Just a short while ago, I have already discussed. But one thing my question is to Rajiv sir, because he is not aware about the Gopalpur port. If we require that service from Paradip port, whether it is possible or not, can you tell me? Rajiv sir, it is for you.
Sir, now Paradip Port, yes, we do provide a service. My Andhra Pradesh team from that point, they'll be able to service that.
Okay.
Any requirement, you can share your inquiry. We'll be able to answer you.
Okay. So from Paradip port, it is possible. Okay, I
Yes,
will be
it's
sending a
possible.
mail to you, sir. That mail
Yes, sir.
ID Sanchit sir has given to me,
Yeah.
given in the chat box.
Yes.
So please help me to give my solution.
Sure, sir. Sure.
Yes, yes.
Sure, sir. Miss Indumati, ma'am, you have raised your hand.
Yeah.
Please
Hello.
ask a question. Yes.
Sir, regarding one doubt, if you are planning one shipment and we have to quote the courier cost to the customer, the package weight and all, we used to send the details through mail. How with the Aramix we have to proceed, sir?
Ma'am, I didn't get the question. Can you just explain? I'm not able to understand the exact question. That what is the question?
If we need to quote the air freight, that means we need to get the approval from the customer for the freight charges.
Air
In
freight
case-
you are talking about?
Sea freight or air freight?
Okay. Okay.
How to get the quote from Aramex, whether through online or we have to send mail?
So I guess that is what Rajiv said in that case, that all the freight queries are addressed on a real-time basis. You have to send us the requirement in that case, that what you are looking forward, and the team which is actually based out pan India, they will actually share the details with you.
Okay.
I hope, Rajiv, I am right. If there is anything you want to add, you can add. Rajiv?
Yes, you are correct, Sanjit.
Yeah.
It port to port, city to city, it varies. It is only inquiry to inquiry we'll able to provide the prices.
Right. Right.
Madam Indumati, I hope your questions are answered.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, ma'am. Sanchit sir, we have a lot of questions in the chat box. Should we take them? We have time.
Yes, ma'am. I'm more than happy to answer each and every question. I don't have any concern in that. It's always good to answer. Always good to answer.
Okay, let's take a few questions and then maybe we can. Okay, the one question is, what time you require for keeping LCL or FCL for cargo to vessel connection? Mr. Venkat's question.
I guess Rajiv will answer that.
Yeah. What is the question about? Sorry.
What time you require for keeping LCL or FCL for cargo to vessel connection? They're asking what is the time they take.
Is it inbound or outbound, madam? First. That's
Mr. Venkat, can you please raise your hand and ask your question, please? Outbound. He says outbound.
Okay. See, every week we do have a sailing. Okay. Based on the customer requirements. Example, if the Tuesday is the cutoff, if you are saying on Monday to pick up the consignment out of Chennai, I may not able to do it. Probably prior notice would be able to, it will help. So that I'll give the schedule. This is the cutoff time, this is the moment plan, and this is CFS cutoff. Accordingly, we can, every week we have sailing.
Okay. Okay, next question. We understand that in Erode, Tamil Nadu, we do not have pickup facilities. How to proceed?
Is it express or freight? Question mark. If it's an express, Sanjit will be able to answer. If it's a freight, yes, we are customized solution we'll be able to provide.
Okay. This is from a company, Jagat Guru. Fine, we'll take this question later again. Is the discount of 30% applicable for courier parcel weighing between 2 to 3 kgs? Mr. Prashant Jain.
So this is applicable up to weight of 30 kg, total what we have decided as of now. So up to 30 kg we can carry.
Okay, so his is between 2 to 3 kgs. I suppose it will be applicable. Okay, this is for perishable products. He's asking, sir, does Aramex provide transport services for perishable products?
I guess just Arjun answered on the same. On a courier express mode, we cannot carry, but on the freight mode, we can definitely carry.
All right, thank you. One Mr. Sheshaditya has asked, if we are sending an equipment for a demonstration purpose to the customer, how does the custom procedure change, and will be able Aramex help with the same?
Arjun, you want to take this?
Yeah, so I think it's for mainly exhibition and demonstration purpose. So that shipment can be handled. We can export also, and we can import also duty free, and it can be handled both in express and freight.
All right. Thank you, sir. We have one question from Madam Shushmita Gupta. Okay, she's asking for the contacts. Mr. Dharmendra Singh has asked, are you also providing your services to Bangladesh and Nepal?
Very much. We are providing these services. I guess we are pretty okay. So we can do the same.
Okay.
And also on an older question, which was basically related to Erode, that we are providing services or not, we are pretty serviceable in Erode. There is no concern. We can do all the pickups without any concern.
Okay. There's one question. What if COD is declined?
Then it will be considered as a returned product in that case. So if a COD is declined, then the product would be treated as a returned product. And that the condition which I have just told you, the condition 1, 2, 3, either you bring back in India, either you dispose, or either you put in warehouse, need to be applied over there.
Okay. I think, sir, you had explained this process in 3 steps.
Right. So there are 3 ways actually in that case, depending on the ticket value of the product which you are looking forward. So for example, I'm dealing into, say, a very, very niche product, which requires a lot of effort to be made. I certainly cannot actually decide to dispose it off. I cannot, and even I think that this product would not be even be scalable or sellable in next 20, 30 days. And I want my product back in India. Go to condition 1. If you think you are dealing into garments, the ticket value is very low. You can actually would be okay if you get the break even, then you can do. It depends on the product which you are dealing, and we provide all the options. It's like a buffet thing. You choose, you can take whatever you have been looking forward in that case. It's not compulsory you take all the things. It's not compulsory you doesn't take anything. You do whatever you want and we will support you.
All right. Thank you, sir. Next question is, if we ship under DDP mode, can you assess and advise the duties payable at destination port prior to shipping?
See, typically for express, I guess I can provide a tentative idea. I cannot provide the exact idea of what would be done, but we are working on developing some system also, which is basically related to calculator. It is not available as of now, but in some time it would be applicable. As of now, it is manual. You need to send the details to me. I can confirm and tell to you in that case. But typically in some time, we would be applicable on the same homepage of FIO with a duty calculator. Where you can write the product value and you will get an estimate idea that what would be the duty applicable.
All right, sir. There is one question. Can I book my parcel online from Prayagraj, Allahabad?
Yes, sir, you can do it from any part of the India thing in that case, and there is no problem, sir. So we are serviceable to something around, if I talk about numbers, to something around 14,000 pin codes as of now. And there are typically about 19,000 pin code in India, 19,458 pin codes in India. And we are serviceable to something around 13 to 14,000. The only thing where we are not serviceable for the first mile and last mile also. So let me define that. What is first mile? So first mile is basically that when you need to ship your product, when the delivery guy will pick up your product, that is called as typically as a first mile. And the last mile is that if you are importing anything and you needs to be delivered to your home at your office, it is called as last mile. So our serviceability in India is something into 13,000 pin codes as of now. And we are serviceable in major cities like Prayagraj and all.
All right, sir. One question Mr. Dharmender has asked, is pickup available from Pan India, or we have to reach to a particular place for handing over the shipment?
As I said, that this is applicable in 14,000 pin codes as of now. Majority of cities and places have been covered, apart from just few places, you can say Northeast or something in that case where the facility is not available. So mostly it is available. If it is not available, we will inform you that this is not available in that. And even typically, when you book a parcel, it will give you a serviceability option also. When you book a parcel, that the place is serviceable or not.
Thank you, sir. We have two raised hands. Madam Gayatri Reddy, please unmute yourself and ask your question. Madam Gayatri.
Hello, sir. I would like to know what are the port situations at the moment due to the pandemic. Are there any backlogs or are there any, is it smooth sailing?
Gayatri, are you asking about the port situation? There was a lot of
Yeah,
echo in the
all the ports, sir, because recently one of my consignment was picked up. After it was picked up, they assured certain days of delivery, but now they're telling because of the port backlogs, it's been delayed. So is it
So
really
yeah, I got it. Rajiv, you want to take it in terms of the current situation of the ports as of now?
Which port, Madam Gayatri, Madam? Which port you're talking
this particular one was from Chennai. Now I'm going to do one more shipment from Mumbai, so I'm a little bit skeptical about it.
A couple of shipment we have moved, we did not face the issue. If there are, yes, because of the lockdown, yes, there are slowness in moving the cargo and destuffing in case of LCL cargo. But if
So, I'm sorry for the correction, it was from Kattupalli port, not Chennai.
Okay, Kattupalli port, I have not come across any port congestion. Yes, there is a slowness is there. I do understand. Because of the lockdown, the majority of the laborers had moved out. That challenge is there, and getting a trailer on time is always a challenge.
Thank you, sir.
But port wise, there is no operation, it is not impacted.
Navaseva and Mumbai, sir?
Even there also, we are not facing any challenges.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Mr. Vimal Savan, sir, please unmute yourself and ask your question.
Yeah, this is regarding the timeline I want to ask. If I send some, my documents to USS Chicago, if I send by FedEx, it takes 2 days. If I send by DHL, it takes 3 days. What about if I send by RMX? In how many days they can deliver what is the efficient service in their US port?
Sir, I need to check the exact timelines in which we are delivering, but on an express mode, the service which we are providing, I can assure you that it can be delivered in something like 4 to 5 days. But still, I will check at a latest SLA level because of the COVID situation, and maybe confirm you back that what is the exact SLA we are taking as of now. But you can rest assured that the service are at par with every service provider. We are actually delivering in the same timelines what others are also.
So that is very important for us because the sample or document has to reach well in time.
Right, sir. I totally agree, sir. Right,
okay. Sir. Please let me know,
Sure, sir. Sure. I will actually yeah. Let me just do a basic match that what is the average SLA which is coming and share back with you.
Okay, fine. Thank you.
No.
Thank you, Mr. Vimal. So there are a few questions in the chat box. Would you provide the invoice for shipping charges charged by you?
Yes, sir. We provide the invoices in that case. If it is required.
Thank you. Can you
on
provide
on this booking method also which we have provided, it also comes with an invoice only. That when you will get a confirmation mail from after booking of your shipment and the pickup details, it will contain an email ID on which you can mail and say that this is my airway bill number. I want an invoice, and you will get an invoice.
All right. Thank you, sir. Can you provide CHA support? There's one question, sir.
I guess Arjun answer about the same, that typically we are doing all the clearance from our side as of now, but still I would say that Arjun can repeat the answer in that case if there is something which I'm missing it out.
No, in Express, we clear everything on ourselves. We don't rely on CHA. We ourselves is a CHA.
All right. Thank you, sir. Mr. Venkat has asked delivery time for Middle East and European countries on LCL mode.
Typically, I'm not very clear on the LCL mode. Yeah, Arjun want to answer it?
It's a freight question, Sanjit. From which
It's a
port? From which port, sir? Is it from Nhava Sheva or from Chennai?
Mr. Venkat, please put your answer on the chat box.
If it's from the west coast, from the Nhava Sheva, 8 days is the transit time to Middle East. If it's from the south Chennai, it is 14 to 17 days. That's it.
It was Mr. Venkat, I guess. I have unmuted him if he wants to.
Yeah.
Mr. Venkat.
Yeah. Do you hear? Yeah. Do you hear me?
Yes, sir, we can hear you.
Yeah. This is. Yeah. We are doing frequently for Middle East to our regular customers, and they are having a very crucial delivery time. So that I need to have. Most of the time they are having LCLs based upon our delivery time. So that what is your lead time for the consignments from the date of cargo booking?
Is it from you're talking about from Chennai port or from?
Yeah.
See,
yeah,
Chennai,
it is from Tuticorin port.
Okay, if it's LCL cargo, anywhere between 12 to 14 days is a sea transit time. Okay, when you if you give me exact what is the requirement, so that I'll be able to suggest you which is the weekly cutoff when I'm closing my box, so that it can, if it meet requirement, you can work.
Yeah, I mean to ask what is the number of frequency
every
per week
we
for
have
shipment connect.
Yeah, every week we have a sailing from Chennai, from Tuticorin. If you are able to tell me, when is your shipment is getting ready, based on the LCL, the cargo, I need to stuff the cargo and hand it over there. I'll able to provide.
Actually, we are,
12 days is transitive from port to port.
okay, fine. Actually, our consignments are not on weekly basis. It is based upon the delivery given by our manufacturing team, based upon the customer PO receipt to the readiness of the consignment.
If you are able to tell me when is the shipment is getting ready, we will able to tell you this is the cutoff time of the port. We will be closing this box. It will reach in the destination port so and so date like that.
Okay, fine. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Venkat. So there's a question from Mr. Santosh. He asks, is there any additional special pandemic surcharge applicable for the express service?
Whatever prices which we have provided to you includes all the prices. There is nothing extra applicable on the same. On the routine prices which we provide to our customers when you register with us, it contains a breakup of all the prices, that what is the emergency surcharge and everything in that case. But to FIO, whatever we are provided as of now as a 30% discount is all inclusive.
Thank you, sir. So one more question Mr. Venkat has asked. Do you handle both FOB and CIF consignments?
Yes.
All right. Thank you, sir.
Handle both.
Typically, what is COD collection charge and time to remit the collected payment to our bank account?
Right. So typically COD comes out with a charges because it's a service which we have been providing to you. Typically, you need to connect with me because this is something which I can discuss with you on the basis of load which you are doing with us on a COD basis. Yes, it comes with a load, and the frequency remittance timeline is basically fortnightly. That every fortnightly your remittance would be collected out and would be giving into your bank account. We have a OPGSP system. We don't do anything on a manual basis. So we have a OPGSP who would be transferring money into their bank account in Yes Bank in India, and Yes Bank would be remitting out the money into your individual bank account. So,
all right, sir. Thank you. I suppose that's all, sir. I think we have taken most of the questions.
Okay.
Many of them have asked for the PPT. I would say that, sir, if you may share it, we may pass it on to all the participants out here so that everybody gets a copy.
Just putting a detail on the chat box also. So the first ID is basically for your generic queries. That is a dedicated customer service desk which we have created for FIO. That is salesindia@aramex.com. You can put your query there. But anything if you want is specific, you think that I can answer or you want a response from my side, mail to me at sanchit@aramex.com. This is my contact number. If you think that your query is not being applicable or have not been solved on a mail, which I typically think would be done in a TAT of maximum 12 to 14 hours, you can do a WhatsApp or call to me in that case.
All right, so thank you. Mr. Venkat has again raised his hand, so we'll just take his question, please.
Yeah, sure.
Mr. Venkat, please unmute yourself.
Yeah, thank you, ma'am. I have two questions. One is we are frequently having a lot of consignments being booked from our factory in Karur, Tamil Nadu.
Right, sir.
We are dispatching to. Yeah, we are dispatching to Inbeck, Germany. Hello.
Yes, sir, we can hear you. Yes, yes. Please, sir, continue.
Yes, sir, you are audible.
Yeah. Okay. Is there any cargo from door to door from here pickup? You can arrange from here, from our factory, even though if it is a FOB and CIF, and till the destination has been reached for all the consignments booking on FOB and CIF modes. I mean to say there is a pickup option including the cargo from our factory.
Okay. So Rajiv, you want to take this?
Venkat, if it is FOB, is it basically nomination from the your consignee end? Okay. And if you want me to only provide origin service, yes, we have tied up with the couple of the customs brokerage. I don't own a license. Yes, I do it. If it's CIF basis, yes, we provide a service. Whichever way we want it.
What is
yes,
the nearest?
Tell me.
Yeah, sorry. What is the nearest? What is the nearest location here by Karur? You know Karur, Tamil Nadu, sir?
Yes, I know. We have office in the Coimbatore.
Coimbatore.
The nearest office will take it.
Okay. So we have weekly, twice or thrice, lot of consignments are moving. So that if you have the except this nominated forwarders being asked by our customers, except that what we are booking on directly to for FOB and CIF, if you pick up from our factory, and that will be better, I think.
We'll
so.
do it. You know, whatever you share your requirement to Sanchit. We will cascade to the right person so that he contact you, and we give the escalation matrix. Okay, if you are not able to, if you're not satisfied with one person what he's answering, we have an expert in our team. We'll be able to guide you and assist you. We'll never, misguide you. That is my assurance to you.
Sure, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Venkat.
I guess all questions are covered. Everything has been covered as of now.
Yes, sir. Yes. So before we could close, Madam Soma Chaudhary, Madam is online. In case Madam would give some remarks, please.
Yeah. Good afternoon again to all of you. Sanchit sir, I think we can conclude now.
Yes, ma'am. I guess that was a pretty good
I
session.
guess a lot of queries have come across, and thank you very much for the very interactive session that you have taken today. And I just thank all of you for joining the program, and I'm very hopeful that all of you will be on board of FIO to take this facility, that we have take this advantage of this Aramex services. And I welcome all of you again to another session again with us. And with that, I thank Sanchit sir again with his team of people from Customs. Thank you very much, and that will be all today. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you all. Have a good day. Bye.
Thank you, sir.